Merry Christmas!
You are what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for.
Today is day 4 of our 12 Days of Christmas series, and we'll be creating a mitten box today. This template creates a box and a lid that measures 4 by 8 by 2 inches. The supplies that we'll need for today are 2 pieces of 8 by 12 inch pattern paper, scoreboard, scoring tool, scissors, adhesive, and a circle punch. I'm going to dig through some pattern paper here. This is the Story of Christmas pattern paper collection pack. And I'm going to grab 2 patterns to create my box. Now let's get to work. So first I'm going to cut down these sheets of pattern paper. I'm just cutting these down to 8 by 12 inches. One for the bottom of my box and one for the lid. So I'll get those cut out and I'll save those scraps for another project. So next we're going to go to step 1 in our template guide. We're going to score across the 8-inch side at 2 inches and then 6 inches. Rotate the paper and score at 2 inches and 10 inches. And then we're going to crease all the folds. So we're going to do this to both pieces. So across the 8-inch side, we'll score at 2 and then 6 inches. And then I'll rotate my paper and score at 2 and 10 inches. And I'll do this for both pieces the exact same way. Okay, and then we're going to crease all of the score marks. So I'll just take my bone folder and crease these score marks nice and good. And we're going to do the same thing to both pieces of paper. Once that's done, we'll go back to the template guide. There are some areas that we're going to make some cuts into to create flaps for the sides of our box. If you recall day 1 of this Christmas video series, the cutting style is similar to that box. So we're just going to come in and cut 2 score lines to create little flaps on each side of the box. So whatever side you're going to do the cuts on, you want to do that to the opposite side as well. You don't want to touch the top or the bottom. You just want to make little cuts here to create those 4 flaps. So these are identified in the guide at the top of the page. And so once this is done and I fold these little flaps down, it looks like a capital I. So I'm going to do that to both pieces and cutting the exact same way. Now the difference between the top and the bottom, it tells us in the template guide that the piece for the bottom of our box, the little flaps are going to be glued on the inside. So this is key for this particular box. So in the template guide, there's a little star here that marks where we're going to apply the adhesive. So we're going to fold those little flaps in and then apply adhesive to the sides and apply adhesive so they attach to the sides of the bottom of our box. So I'll go ahead and apply my adhesive here. You can use whatever you like. You can use liquid glue or tape runner, double-sided tape, whatever you've got. And I'll apply the adhesive to all 4 tabs. And then I'm going to fold these little tabs in and create my 90-degree angle to form the walls of my box. Okay, there we go. Attach those to the side, and then our box is complete. And the bottom of our box is complete. It's ready to hold our stuff. If you have any excess hanging over the side, we'll just trim that little bit away and just clean up the box so it's nice and neat. Okay, now for the top or the lid of the box, we're going to do the same thing, with the difference being that the little tabs will be glued to the outside of the box rather than the inside. So what this does is it creates just a little tiny bit extra of a space where that lid will fit over top of the bottom. I'm going to fold these tabs kind of backwards and apply my adhesive on them. The dotted pattern is going to be the inside of my box, and little stocking, mittens, and presents will be on the outside. So I'm going to flip this over now and apply those little tabs to the outside of the box and just giving just a little tiny bit extra of a space and pressing in those little side flaps where the adhesive is. And then there we go. The lid of our box is complete. I'm just going to clean up any excess hanging over the sides And then the last thing I want to do is create a little notch where you can pick up the lid of the box and pull it off. So I'm using a large circle punch here. This is a 1.5 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to cut it about 3/4 of the way and cut a little circle out of there. Now this lid fits perfectly over top of the bottom of our box, and they fit together nicely. And there we go. This is perfect. You could use this box for so many different things. You could put socks in here, or I have these beautiful red velvet mittens. This is also something I picked up from the dollar store. There are some really nice, cute, and thoughtful gifts that you can pick up for a really low price. So I'm going to put these red velvet mittens into this little box here. I'll just fold in my little thumbs and tuck those in nice and neat. And then the lid of our box will pop right over top of there. And then you can embellish these and step them up, wrap them with baker's twine and ribbon and bows and tags. Just make them extra special. I'm just going to tie a little bit of black baker's twine around this box so it holds together nicely. And I'm just wrapping it like I would any present. And I'll tie a cute little bow on there. And then that's going to be it. So there we go. There is our project for the 4th day of Christmas. A beautiful mitten box. Okay, that's going to be it for today's video. I will leave a link in the description box down below where you can purchase the 12 Days of Christmas template book. And this template book coordinates with 12 YouTube videos that share projects for the 12 Days of Christmas. Coming up on screen is a playlist for the 12 Days of Christmas. All of the videos that have been released so far will be in this playlist. Thanks again for joining me. Have yourself a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!